Mackenzie, what are we doing?
I can understand that.
Can you understand now how exponents are expressed, Mackenzie? Okay. Do you understand a little bit more than what you did before, or did you say Mr. Padre already knew all that?
I understand.
Yes, Mackenzie understands more than she did before. All right, so we basically are working with three different main ideas: multiplying exponents, dividing exponents, and raising a power to a power. If you look at multiplying exponents first, the overarching thing you need to know is right there, number 3, b to the power of m. B stands for base, m is your first exponent, times b to the power of n is your second exponent. You simply add the exponents if the base is the same. And you can see the example on number 1. You can see the explanation. This is what I would call the explanation right here. 4 squared is 4 times 4. 4 to the 4th is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And then you have the base of 4 multiplied 6 times. Dividing exponents is basically the opposite of what we just talked about. In this case, we are dividing exponents, like I just said, and then you subtract the first exponent, or the second exponent from the first exponent. The rule is written on number 5 for you as well, but again, as I said, with multiplying, this is the key right here. You gotta know this. You gotta know this. You gotta know this. If you know that, that tells me you basically understand what you're doing. And number 3, power to a power. Here we are. B to the power. Hi, Mrs. Daly. I'm just doing a video right now.
Oh, and I interrupted?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll be on the video forever then. I'll be with you in 1 second. So b to the power of m to the power of n, you multiply those. Yes, no? Yes, no?
Yeah.
And our explanation is right here. And then the last thing we did were a couple of examples. And the big example you have to pay attention to is when you're dealing with a negative exponent in fraction form, like this one. Any questions before we move on to our real world on that one? Everyone's clear on why 1/4 has to be raised to the power, not just the 1, not just the 4. You guys cool with that? And Matthew, real world example?
Compound interest.
Compound interest based upon what you guys did in 5th grade. If you were in Mrs. McKeever's 5th grade class last year, you will deal with our power to a power and calculating compound interest. Anything else?